Friend, so Tisha then came down here with her little speech impediment and basically said that she do not F with side chicks. Which was crazy to me because, hey, Kimmi, you fuck with her, you fuck with Nell, you fuck with Destiny. Exactly. And speaking of the side chicks, why is there trouble in side chick geriatric paradise? Because Miss Nell and Kimmi unfollowed each other. Mind you, I knew they was following each other. So I don't know what the tea is with them, child. We're going to talk about some various love and marriage Huntsville news. Maurice had his little court date. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me put on some of this Canvas Beauty cooking oil. Because I'm ashy as hell. Anyway, yeah, so Maurice was in court. He has his little ongoing battle. Was dismissed from that. What else happened? Martell is on here throwing shots to Orion, aka Coleslaw, aka Split Ends, aka Dandruff Dolly. Anyway, child, so before then, we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta real quick. Now, on my short yesterday, and if you follow me on Instagram, I had posted this on Instagram, Brit Edie was dragging her fans, right? But we need to talk about this insurance drama because I think the blogs only picked up where Angela was still trying to go in on Brit Edie and her insurance license, but Brit Edie clapped back. And I'm gonna tell y'all what she said. We also gonna talk about the Nene and Latasha interview. It was a dud for me. She kept on lying. I did think it was interesting that Kandi seems to always come in between people's relationships. I don't know if that's organic, if Kandi just a better friend than everybody, but at the nucleus of the LaTasha and Tamika stuff, LaTasha is a horrible, a horrible person or whatever, but she always said that Kandi came in between them. Just like they said that Kandi came in between Porsha and Shamia. But anyway, in this interview, LaTasha kept lying. All I cared about was, bitch, where's your sister money at? Where is your sister money, bitch? I don't want to hear about nothing, nan thing, unless you show me a Venmo, a PayPal receipt, a Cash App, a credit application to a company for a loan, bitch. I don't know. Anyway, child. So we're gonna talk about that, and then I'm gonna give y'all a quick update. On the Ari Cardi Offset situation, because I had got a little something wrong, and then there was some more stuff that happened. So welcome back. I said all that to say welcome back. Exactly. Happy Thirsty Thursday, friend. Make sure you subscribe. Get you a little cocktail, whatever you're gonna do, and like this video. Let's chat. What are we gonna talk about first? Let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Then we'll talk about Nene, and then lastly, I'll talk about LaTisha, Nell, and all of the Love and Marriage Huntsville, because I know a lot of y'all ain't featuring them, so I'll put the timestamps in there. So the other day, Angela doubled down on her insurance, on the insurance stuff that she was basically claiming Brit Edie was lying about. Her fallout with Kenya being the case for her, under investigation for losing her insurance license. And she reposted, like, in the state of Georgia, you must have just cause, yada, 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 in order to, get your license suspended. Now, I like Angela. Y'all know I like Angela. But to me, it seems like Angela is just trying to get the heat off of her. Because remember, just last week, we was talking about the kids and Charles and why he was allegedly, living somewhere else after he got into it with the people at the basketball stadium and shit. And it's a lot of questions surrounding Angela Oakley and her marriage and all of these other things. So why you so deep in the game about that girl and her license? That's what I don't understand. I guess you're just trying to call her out to be a liar. But this is what Brit said. And for the people who was like, just because she posted those explicit pics, somebody else commented and was like, they know insurance agents who have like porn, OnlyFans, and all of the things. So I guess they don't have like a code of ethics like attorneys do. You know what I'm saying? So they can have all of that. But I don't think, if she is under investigation, I don't think it's because of the explicit images that were posted. I think it's because she called her an insurance fraud hoe and had those little pamphlets calling her an insurance fraud hoe. Remember, even when I first met Brit Edie, I was like, have y'all bought some insurance from this bitch? What was the insurance? Like, what's the real tea? She said she started her own Allstate. And then she sold the company. That was the story that she gave us. Anyway, Brit Edie was getting into it with the girlies yesterday. Remember I told you she was all in binge-worthy comments. Binge-worthy posted that she was the new villain. Binge-worthy posted that she was the new villain. So she was in there getting into it with some boy named David Cunningham, and she called him the ultimate Atlanta scammer. But he was basically talking about pinch nose princess, all of that plastic surgery. You lied about your insurance license, a bunch of stuff. And then she started shading Angela. She started shading Angela. She was like, insert fan and sweat. So she was going in binge-worthy comment section on Instagram. But then another commenter, she was on another post. They said, you're a liar and Angela called you out. And she said, deflection at its finest. She just doesn't want to talk about her personal business. And that got me to thinking, Angela, since we already on the Brit and Kenya stuff, is this deflection so we won't keep talking about Charles Oakley and him allegedly doing all of the things? And what about Charles Oakley and Sheree? Because I heard that they used to run around. And what was it that Porsha said she heard about Charles? Because Porsha, now, I know you my girl, but it might be some truth to what you heard in them Atlanta streets. Because ain't no way y'all was broke up for 2 years just because he got kicked out of a basketball game. That didn't even make no sense. That story didn't make no sense. So do y'all think that Angela might be deflecting and just leaning into the Brit Edie story because everybody is already piling on her? So it just seems easy to, you know, I think Porsha gonna come and clock her Tito. That's why I can't wait to Phaedra. That's why I can't wait to Phaedra get on her, because Angela Oakley, remember in her interview, she said Phaedra came in clout chasing. And she said she didn't have a reason to clout chase. She was just doing it. First of all, Miss Angela Oakley, Miss LaTocha Jackson, exactly. Phaedra don't need to clout chase off you. Let's be clear. That's my Scorpio girly. So are you just deflecting, and when Phaedra come in, is Phaedra gonna clock Angela T? Because you know Phaedra is cool with Porsha and Brit. Remember I said this, friend. I think Phaedra gonna come in and clock Angela T. And I'm here for it. Anyway, child, but when Brit was talking about the license shit, she said Angela is just trying to deflect from her personal business. She said, and then the commenter was like, no, you lied about your license. Brit said, you can Google it. And then Google hers. And she capitalized Google hers. So you know me, friend. When I get time today, because I told you my job is taking me through the ringer, child. The construction of it all is taking me through the ringer. But when I get a little time, I'm going to Google it. I'm going to go ahead and Google it, since Brit's saying Google hers in all capital letters. Well, see, Angela? Exactly. Anyway, so tell me, do y'all think that Brit is really lying about her insurance license? I firmly believe that if Kenya put up pamphlets and was calling her an insurance fraud hoe, then her insurance company might be like, we may need to investigate this bitch, because she may be an insurance fraud hoe because she's living well beyond her means for a regular insurance agent, and her co-workers are calling her an insurance fraud hoe. I'm just saying. Or do y'all think Angela Oakley is just deflecting from what she got going on with Charles? Charles, your dinner is ready. Charles be like, bitch, I don't want that dinner. Pull your lace front up and take that sweat off. I love Charles. I like Charles. I don't know if Charles out here cheating or what Charles been doing, but Charles seemed like he'll get Angela together. You see, he told her about that damn wig. I think he'll get all of them together. I can't wait till the men get together. Bring Nico together. What's Brit husband called? I forgot, but he looked like Nico, Mimi ex-boyfriend. So we gonna call him Nico. Get Nico together. Get Charles Oakley together. Porsha, get her invisible man together. Get Ralph up out the basement. Get Ralph up out the basement. Pull these men together. I want to see. Now y'all can bring in the husbands of the housewives. Let's see what they TV on and how they can coexist together. But a lot of them don't have husbands, do it? Yeah, right, because Kelly ain't got no man. Kenya ain't got no man. Cynthia got a man, but he live in Great Britain or something like that. Phaedra ain't got no man. We might need to just go to Nigeria and chill with the dudes they be fucking with. We need a trip to Nigeria to just chill with the girls, with, you know, the dudes that they be fucking with, the Atlanta girlies. Anyway, child, so that's all I got for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Are y'all gonna continue watching? I am, just because I want to see what Phaedra bring, and I guarantee, I think Phaedra gonna clock Angela T, because I kind of think that Angela is leaning into going in on Brit because the whole internet is against her. And right before this Brit and Kenya shit happened, remember, we was in Angela business. Remember, we was all up in Angela business trying to figure out, bitch, what's up with these kids? Why did he leave you for 2 years? Was tea, girl, not white chocolate looking at me like I'm a Reese's Pieces. Anyway, girl, so let's talk about the Nene interview real quick. I ain't got much to say. Let's talk about Nene and Latasha, child. Nene read some comments when she first came on. I thought it was real funny or whatever. Somebody was like, stop messing with your face. And Nene was like, ain't nobody messing with my face or whatever. But then, as soon as Tasha came on, she was talking about how much Tasha had lost weight and stuff. And she was like, she was tired of people calling her the big girl of the group. And she stopped eating red meat and exercising and stuff. And Nene was talking about how she couldn't lose weight. But they were talking about how much pressure it is in the industry to look a certain way. And Nene then said, if I didn't do anything to my face, then y'all will still be talking about me. And I'm like, Nene, didn't you just say you ain't mess with your face? Are you just saying you have gotten work done, but not necessarily altering it? I think she does get like Botox and fillers and stuff like that. And I thought that was good that they talked about it or whatever, because it is damn if you do, damn if you don't. The girlies who get work done, who look good, and you really can't tell, like Toya Bush Harris from Married to Medicine, Candy, Porsha, Shamia, because I think she didn't work on that beak. Exactly. Phaedra. So the girlies who get the work done, who keep themselves up and look good, it's okay. But then the girls who, you know, I just think they pick and choose about who they want to call out for work. And I'm sorry, if I'm out here getting eyebrows done, lip fillers, and all of the things, if I was in the public eye, I damn sure would be getting a little something, you know. As black women, you know, we melanin, but I would definitely be, you know, trying to, you know, lift some shit up if all the cameras on and I got to deal with all of y'all in the comments. I can't even low key. I was gonna stop coming on camera on YouTube because the girlies, I be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville shit. When I tell y'all, the girlies be in my comments like, your eyebrows fucked up, yo da da da. Like, ho, y'all are way too critical for me. Because if I get down in the comments and start joning and dragging your dog ass, exactly, it's gonna be a problem. But it's just a lot of scrutiny all of the time. I couldn't imagine it, because just being on YouTube, I get a lot of scrutiny. So I couldn't imagine being a big celebrity. So I understand why the girlies work on themselves. Leave them alone. Nene look good. I don't care if she do got a new face. The new face look good. Kate Michelle got a new face. I like her new face. Exactly. Girl, fuck y'all. Anyway, so she started talking about Escape. She said they met in high school. She said Kandi, LaTasha, and Tamika, they first met or whatever. They were all singing in church. Then Tamika met Tiny in middle school, and that's how they became a group. JD signed them just automatically or whatever. The trials and the tribulations. She said she felt some type of way because Tamika didn't have her back. And when Tamika was pregnant, she didn't let them leave her. She would have left the group if they wanted to kick Tamika out of the group. So she felt her sister should have that same loyalty. Now, on the show, the group was trying to come together and mend their fences and shit. Last time I checked, you was the one dissing them because you thought you had a gospel deal on the table. So you was just using them as a crutch until you did your gospel deal thing. It's giving Effie. It's giving Effie. Was Effie Jennifer Hudson on Dream Girls? We are Dream Girls. Oh, we'll make you happy. We'll make you happy. Is there? It's giving LaTasha is Effie and Kandi is Beyonce. Because Kandi allegedly slept with one of the managers or the JDs. This all allegedly, and in my opinion, y'all heard the stories. So if this is Dream Girls, LaTasha is Jennifer Hudson, and Kandi is Beyonce. But LaTasha, you was wrong, just like Jennifer was wrong in the damn movie. Jennifer thought she was bigger than the program, and because she was sleeping with Jamie Foxx, she was gonna automatically sing lead, coming in late, and all of the things. So LaTasha, you can't kick Escape to the side when you think you got a gospel project and then come back and get mad because your sister left you. Ho, you was gonna leave us. It just didn't work out, and now you want us to have your back. And then I know she blamed Kandi on them breaking up in the beginning and shit, but this time Kandi was with the program. Kandi was with the program. She wasn't causing no dissension. She clearly said, this is some sister shit and I don't want to have shit to do with it. So don't come back and get mad now that they got a group. And last time I checked, sister or not, bitch, where is my motherfucking money? I got some family members that I do loan money to, but they like at a $200 cap. At about $200, I ain't loaning you no more money till you start paying me back. You know what I'm saying? So 50, 100, but at $200, no. Start paying me back my $200 or I ain't giving you no more money. So if we get into the thousands, how much she owe her? 30,000? 30,000? You know what I could buy for 30,000? Girl, no. The fact that you expect any type of loyalty from your sister after you and your trout mouth mama was acting like that towards her, you lucky. And then she gonna say, Nene asked her who owned the rights to the group name or whatever, because you know Escape, the three ladies, been out there touring. Mind you, I would like LaTasha back with them, because I feel like the reason why they were such a great group is because all four of them harmonizing with those different sounds and the way they harmonize is what made them great. Even Kandi with I am telling you. No, Kandi still got down on understanding. It's just everybody plays a different part and it just comes together so well. So I'm not gonna lie when I say I would prefer the four of them versus the three of them. But bitch, if you acting funny and shit, we need to go ahead and keep making this money on. And what makes you think she gonna have your back and you still owe her this money? And your husband was trying to steal money from the group. Something wrong with this bitch. Like, girl, your wig is too tight. Did you let that glue seep into your damn medulla oblongata, girl? I don't know. Anyway, so she started talking about her husband too. She said he cheated on her. Remember, he was calling like the airport and shit. She said it was never a baby. They didn't break up. When she was talking about him in residuals or whatever, she was talking about the group. She wasn't talking about him. She about as dumb as Rashida, except she just ain't as popular. Like, I'm over it. I was over the interview for real. Nene started throwing some shade to Kandi. And Porsha. I was like, not player P. Exactly. Girl, a Sagittarius gonna do it every time. I told y'all about them Sagittarius. They gonna say what they want to say. A lot of y'all did not want Mel to sit down with Nene. I didn't know a lot of y'all didn't like Nene like that. I would love to see Mel and Nene sit down. I think Melody has the discernment to not take things too far. Scorpios are very smart and we have a really good gift of discernment. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, girl. So when they were talking about Porsha and Simon, basically Nene said, I think Simon was in love with Porsha, but I don't know if Porsha was really in love with Simon. I said, come on, say y'all my bitch. First of all, Simon is a clout chaser. And how many times has Simon been married? It's crazy how they are literally, Simon's resume on paper is way worse than Porsha. He been married more times. The way he did his exes is way worse. He's known for being a fraudster and all of the things. So it's crazy how women will automatically side with the dude over the girl. I ain't like that, because even if Porsha was after his money, which like I've been saying, I don't care. I hope Porsha take everybody money. I hope she marry another prince and take all of his money too. I'm all for the girlies taking the money. I'm sorry. I'm not that friend. If you call me, girl, ask for $1,000 and sorry. So I'm all for Porsha taking this man money because I firmly believe, and she said Simon wanted to be an influencer. Simon wanted the clout. He didn't get much clout with Fallon, but he wanted Fallon to be on the show. And he's saying, oh, this is Porsha. She's way more popular. He's going to get way more clout. Some Africans, I ain't gonna say all, so African girlies don't get me. Exactly. My Nigerian and South African girlies don't come in here and get me. But a lot of Africans, or some Africans that I know, they can have all of the money, but it's something about having fame in America that does something for their status. It boosts their status. They can have money, but having fame and popularity in the States is an extra plus. And I feel like even though Simon had all of that money and stuff, he still wanted the fame and the popularity, because they gonna treat him like he a superstar when he go back to his country. Just like, but that's crazy because Nene, you said that, but I feel the same way about her man Nico, what's Nanko? What's Nene man name? The one with the suits. I feel like he's the same way. He wanted clout and got clout off of being with Nene and promoting his business and stuff. And I think, I'm sorry. I think it's an even exchange. I think a lot of the black girlies, the Atlanta girlies, want to get with these Nigerians or these African men because they're rich, they're affluent, they treat you well. And in turn, I feel like they like to get with the famous girlies for clout and notoriety, so they can be famous. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Girl, she also shaded Kandi. She also shaded Kandi. They was asking, who would you rather have sing for you, Ashley Darby or Kandi Burruss? And Nene said, ooh, child. Now listen. Ashley Darby don't hold a candle to Kandi as far as singing abilities. I know I talk my shit about the Kandi coded clique, but let's be clear. Let's be clear. Exactly, girl. Nene, you a fool for that. You's a fool. Kandi is obviously the better singer. I would say, though, if I'm having a mixed event, if I'm having a conference or a wedding, if I'm having like a conference or a wedding or something, I probably would have Ashley there, only because Ashley doesn't have any soul or real tone to her voice. You know what I'm saying? But if, I don't know, how do I say this nicely? If it's a bunch of black folks and it's for my people, then I want Kandi there, because I want her. I'm down for it. I'm down for it, Kandi girl. Give it to me. But if I'm having a mixer for like a construction association of people or something, I might have Ashley Darby there singing, why don't you come to me? You know, have her singing, you know. One of those types of universal types of songs. I don't know, but it was obvious shade. I got into it with some girlies on the Instagram comments. Y'all know me. I was enjoying my evening, talking shit on Instagram. They was talking about, okay, Nene throwing shade to Kandi. When Kandi come back and start throwing shade to Nene, then it's gonna be up and stuck. It's gonna be up and stuck. Let's be clear. Nene and Kandi have always threw shade back and forth throughout the years. Always, all the time. Nene said that she doesn't feel like Kandi ever really liked her. Now, mind you, when Kandi first came on the show, Nene, you was throwing shade. But since then, I feel like Kandi wanted to prove that she was that main girl. Notice how Kandi always says she's the longest running housewife. I'm the longest running housewife. And Kandi always told us she's very competitive. She always said that. And I always felt like Kandi felt some type of way, because even when Nene was off the show, Nene has always been the face of Housewives. She's always been just voted the best housewife, the most iconic housewife. Nene has always been voted the most iconic housewife. But Kandi always makes it a point to say she's the longest running housewife because she's been on the show the most consecutive seasons of any housewife. So I always felt like it was low-key competition, and Nene said the same thing. So the fact that these girlies going back and forth, I don't care. Kandi, put on another skit and talk about Nene. I'm here for the shenanigans because I low-key like both of the girlies. I just don't like... both of them kind of get on my nerves, if I'm being honest. Y'all know I really only go up for the Scorpio girlies and play a P. Anyway, but tell me what y'all thought about the interview. It was okay. I think it was mainly due to the guest. I didn't like LaTasha. Like, I just don't like her. Like, I don't like her. Your sister's still giving you grace. And you talking about, I could take them to court if I want to. Bitch, your sister could take you to court. She low-key can file charges for theft. You literally took her checks. She literally could file charges against you. The statute of limitations probably up, but she could take you to court and sue you, girl, for your foundation clean up out of your house. So I don't know. Anyway, tell me what y'all thought about the interview. I think LaTasha is trash. I don't like people like that who don't take accountability. I would have deaded the conversation. Anyway, let's talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Girl, so LaTisha posted. I do not befriend side chicks. I said, what? What are you talking about? What you talking about, girl? What you talking about? Girl, yes the fuck you do. Weren't you mad at Kimmi because Kimmi was saying that she wouldn't be your friend if y'all wasn't sister-in-laws? So you was up on Kimmi like that, trying to be sisters and friends with her. And Kimmi was the alleged side chick. If I recall, you sat down with Kaya and y'all discussed how the marriage wasn't over, and then Kimmi came into the picture. So you know none of us know, you know firsthand if Kimmi is considered a side chick. Because according to you and Kaya, when y'all sat down like y'all was good Judies, Kimmi was the side chick and you befriended her. You befriended Nell. We all know that Nell was pregnant. Nell was pregnant when Chris was still married to his wife. She's a side chick. You friends with Destiny, and allegedly Destiny was a side chick to Moses for about 13 years, however long they was. Sonny told us he was married to a whole nother girl. So what is we talking about? We know that Destiny was messing with Lance, and Lance had a baby on the way, because that newborn that we seen, allegedly, Lexi told us that was Lance's baby. So when you was filming with Lance, saying you was messing around with Lance, allegedly, Lance had a baby on the way. Now, I don't know if you officially a side chick, but I'm assuming if he got if he got a girl that's 7, 8, 9 months pregnant, then I would definitely consider you a side bitch. If you ain't a side bitch, you a side bitch affiliate. You one of them type of hoes. You a side bitch in line, girl. And then I was thinking, like, is she talking about Ori though? Are they trying to get Coleslaw on the show or film with Coleslaw? And she saying she don't associate with side chicks, because Kimmi told us that she would film. Well, allegedly Kimmi said that she would film with Coleslaw. At least that's what Coleslaw said on the leaked tapes that Anthony Lofty's dropped. So Kimmi was allegedly down to film with Coleslaw. So now are they trying to get Coleslaw on the show? And Tisha saying, I never filmed with this hoe? I don't believe it. Even if Coleslaw is on the show, I feel like you don't want to film with a side chick that can tell all your business. Because we know if Coleslaw come on the show, she is coming for LaTisha. She is coming for Tisha. Do y'all think Coleslaw would slap the shit out of Tisha? Slap Tisha so hard she started talking correctly? No, it's Expo, not Espo. Will she slap some shit? I don't know, teabaggers. Teabaggers. Now, if Coleslaw come on the show and her and Tisha go at it, who team you on? And where is Kimmi at? So notice that Maurice, I talked about this, Maurice and Kimmi not showing up to the little Southern Cup. deal that Tisha and Marceau went to, I might make it my cover photo. They look cute. But where was Kimmi at? So I went over to Kimmi page to get in Kimmi business, because I'm like, Kimmi, where you at? You ain't promoted nobody's shit. You ain't said nothing. I'm sure if Carlos King got Tisha doing all of this extra promotion and being online and going live and stuff, he wants Kimmi to do the same thing. But then I noticed Kimmi don't follow Nell, and Nell don't follow Kimmi no more. Cause you know my spidey senses is telling me that the Scotts are gonna try to go at Miss Nell, and it's gonna be the Fletchers against the Scotts. Because remember, Chris Fletcher, during this last season in the deleted scenes, he basically said Marceau don't finish no projects, and that's why he don't want to use Marceau to do his brokerage, to build his brokerage in North Huntsville. And then also Chris Fletcher said when he got caught up with the you know, hooking Martell up with Trish allegedly and stuff, he said no, the types that have girls sign NDAs and stuff, that's Marceau and Maurice. He probably got that from Marceau and Maurice, not me. So I know, you know how Tisha, my marriage, you know, she trying to ruin my marriage. So is Chris Fletcher trying to ruin your marriage? Exactly. So I'm like, what's the tea with that? Anyway, so I was like, okay, so the Scotts may be going against the Fletchers, but Kimmi and Nell and them still following. I mean, LaTisha and Nell and them still following each other. Kimmi is still following Lance Fletcher, and Lance is following her, but her and Nell not following each other no more. And you want to know how I know this just happened? Because after the girls' trip, I checked, and they were still following each other. And after the girls' trip, she invited Kimmi and them to their anniversary. And on the anniversary pictures that Miss Nell posted, Kimmi commented under it and was talking about how beautiful it was and how it was a beautiful union and shit. So at the season finale of last season, y'all was cool. It was all good with Nell, Fletcher, and Kimmi. So what happened in between time, in the meantime, where y'all not following each other no more? Why would Kimmi feel some type of way about Nell Fletcher? Is it like the battle of the oldest side chicks? Or do Kimmi feel some type of way because she was talking about having them sign NDAs? Because you know Kimmi get real defensive and real bout it when it comes to her son Maurice. When she had to start defending her man's son Maurice. So I don't know, girl. I kind of just want to see what this season is talking about. It's supposed to start back in May. Remember I told you one of our best friends, when I Jada Jules, Chris Fletcher told us that the show's supposed to come back in May. So we'll see. I'm not sure though, because we know Detroit is gonna be on for a little minute, and I seen the previews. Bravo, we gonna talk about it. That Detroit Bravo, he ain't want to turn his location on. His wife want him to turn his location on, but he was like, I ain't turning my location on for nobody. What the fuck you doing? What the fuck is you doing? Is that sneaky if a man don't want to turn his location on? I don't know. Anyway, friends, so that's all I got for the Love and Marriage Huntsville shit. Tell me who you think LaTisha was talking about. It's so many side chicks in the horrorville of Huntsville. We don't know who it could be. And do y'all think that if Coleslaw came on and got into it with Tisha, would she smack fire from LaTisha? But rest assured, if she do get into it with Tisha, Bessa Mabani, what's her name? Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda in her French roll and her chilling truck is not going to be far behind. Exactly. So you better watch your back, Coleslaw. You better hope them braces is tight. Exactly. Because they might knock them fronts out. I don't know. I don't promote violence. Except against side chicks. Exactly. Anyway, child. What else did I want to say? I think that was about it. I did want to talk about Shakira and Scrappy. I did see Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I didn't review it because it's not giving what it's supposed to give. I did see the part where Strongface, Scrappy new baby mama, girl, Strongface went over to the house with the baby to see Mama D and gave Mama D a muzzle. So her and Mama D was getting into it. Mama D was like, no, I told you I'm sorry. And Shakira like, no, you was coming at me. I don't appreciate that. And I kind of feel bad for Shakira. Shakira is Strongface. So I kind of feel bad for Strongface because she did just lose her mom. When I knew she was going to be on the show, I like got all in her business and shit. So she did just lose her mom. So I can see how her being emotional. She just had this baby. She don't have her mom. And that's one of the reasons why I've been really apprehensive about having kids, because I just never imagined having to have a kid and learn how to take care of a child without my mom. You know what I'm saying? And I guess she felt the opposite and wanted to have her baby because she just lost her mom. So I could see how Mama D trying to come in and pretend like she's a mother figure and she's there for her could affect her deeply after you cross me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already in a real vulnerable state. So I can understand. I can kind of understand where she coming from, and she just don't want to be a pushover like the Ericas and all that other stuff. But Scrappy do. Did we expect anything less? Scrappy do told her, don't disrespect my mama. I told you, you can act a damn fool all you want to, but don't come for Mama D. Don't come for the castle. Don't come for the castle, child. Anyway, so Scrappy walks out, tell her, bitch, I'm not playing with your strong face ass. Don't ever come for my mama. I'm not trying to hear that shit. She leave the baby with Mama D, walk out there crying, Scrappy, you for real? You for real, Scrappy? Yes, Garfield is for real, strong face. Let it go. He never wanted to be with you. You're the product of a threesome. That is the delusion that comes with some women. They think that the baby is going to keep the man or maybe get Scrappy to choose her. That man walked out on her. And then on top of that, just yesterday, Scrappy was booed up with his new girl. Remember the girl I showed y'all, Brittany, the realtor from Atlanta? She's pretty. She's real pretty. And she's a realtor. Mind you, Strong Face has her own business too in her own coin. So let me be clear. Exactly. But girl, so the girl Strong Face, mind you, Scrappy been posted on the blogs with him and Brittany. They went to Miami. She made a post when they was in Miami. He got her 24 long stem roses. Scrappy all underneath the comments, heart eyes and underneath the girl Brittany pictures and shit. They posted last night at Nobu, and it was like my sweet face, and Scrappy reposted it with the heart emojis and shit. And this girl posting, this was Strong Face posting. Now Scrappy then had a baby by you in the hospital, got you on the show, looking a damn fool with Mama D. You on the internet going in on, just last week you was defending him, trying to go in on Bambi, getting into it with Bambi on the internet. Now he done embarrassed your ass. He in Miami at Nobu giving this girl dozens of long stem red roses. All he gave you was a placenta pack and showed up drunk at the hospital, bitch. Probably cut the umbilical cord wrong. Cut off a vein or some shit. Girl. Anyway, so now she on her Instagram talking about, people say you not bigger than the program. I am the program. Ho, I don't know what type of hood food stamp program you is, because you ain't the program that's being flew out to Miami. You not the program that's at Nobu, that's on the boats and all of the things. She also was like, you ever met somebody who lies for no reason, got stage 4 diabetes? No, bitch, you're just delusional. You've been watching Scrappy for the last 10 years, just like we watched Scrappy. The reason you thought that having a threesome with him when you wasn't even the main bitch would keep Scrappy, you're the problem, not Scrappy. And that just goes to show you, don't let these men knock you up. Baby. I'm not having your baby. I'll tell a dude in a minute. Before I spend $500 before I try to strap. What Lotto say? I'll spend $500 before I try to trap you. So I can end up like her? No, I want to be Brittany. I want to be the girl at Nobu and the girl at Miami and the girl asking, hey, how do you cook a goosey soup? Exactly. I want to be the girl doing my own thing. You can have his baby. Please have his baby. I'll bring the baby a bunch of gifts. Exactly. I'll even babysit the baby for an hour. Exactly. Then come get your damn baby because me and him finna go. Y'all better stop having babies by these dudes. Y'all better stop having babies by these dudes, friend. That's going to be your fatal flaw. Don't get that man no baby, especially if he ain't even gave you no ring. Girl, I be laughing at dudes. And they always, girl, you got them childbearing hips. It's the right time. Now it's not the right time, ho. No, I guarantee you it's not the right time. It's the wrongest time, as a matter of fact. I'm finna get some Reposado and some oxtails. Yeah, anyway. So, strong face stupid. Scrappy is out sashaying down the aisles with his new woman, and that's what the tea is. So, friend, that's all I really got. That's all I really got, child. I wanted to tell y'all about the tea with Real Housewives of Atlanta, the Nene stuff. Mind you, tell me why I found out. Remember, Nene started off the podcast with Ciara, right? And she said she was still doing the podcast with Ciara, but this is what the tea was, allegedly, according to Michelle ATLian. So they were supposed to do the podcast episode, but Ciara was late and didn't even show up. They said she might have been off that, off that issue. Ciara didn't show up. Just so happened Michelle and Carlos was around. So Michelle and Carlos came and did the podcast with Nene. So the reason why the new episode took so long is because Nene had to go get a whole new set and restructured the whole thing, because she never planned on doing the podcast alone. She planned on doing it with Ciara, but Ciara was probably floating somewhere in love, getting a tattoo, delaying my seasoning orders. Exactly. Ooh, I hope Ciara get a team. But I don't know. It seems like maybe Ciara was being unprofessional and Nene decided to, push on with her podcast by herself. Now, I am looking forward to seeing some other episodes. I just hope she get better guests, because we sick of LaTasha and she tired and she through. Exactly. Anyway, friend, that's all I got. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm supposed to be going live with Good D so we can talk about some other things. We'll probably talk about the Cardi and Offset shit, Daniel Steele and Diddy, just a bunch of other stuff. Make sure y'all comment. Tell me what y'all think about everything that we talked about. Tisha, she said she ain't fucking with side bitches. It's Ari coming on to check Tisha. Why did Kimmi and Nell unfollow each other? What's the tea between them? Exactly. Is it gonna be Scott's versus the Fletchers? I don't know, child. And then tell me what, of course, y'all think about the Housewives Atlanta girlies. Is Angela just trying to deflect, child? Because you don't want us to get in Charles Oakley business. Exactly. Make sure you comment. Y'all know I reply to all of my comments. I'm trying to get to 15,000. I think I'm at like 14.5 or some shit like that. So y'all know I'm on the road to 20. So please don't stop subscribing. Share my videos. Send it to your homegirl if they need a little snickle and giggle. And I'll talk to you later, friend. Bye.